This sounds really casual for a non-casual conversation. This is not
Yeah.
to say that you are dismissive in any shape or
Yeah.
form. I just mean that, like, first of all, clearly, it's fascinating to me the resilience of the human spirit of what we can normalize in
Yeah.
order to be able to function, really.
Right.
So you normalize it, like you're able to talk about
Yeah.
it now because we're able to kind of normal, like, yes, this is part of their day-to-day life. You mentioned that
Yeah.
about the Ukrainians that you encountered as well. So how is that? Like, is there dissonance there, or is it kind of seamless that you kind of get jarred and then you're like, okay, this is just how it is here. It's a little bit of a
Yeah.
culture shock, but I'm here. I'm here. It's part of it.
Probably a little bit both. I mean, the people that are really impressive are the ones that actually live there. I was just a
Yeah.
passing, passing through. Went back to my normal existence. So for them, I'm always just amazed by the human ability to withstand whatever is thrown at us for the most part, and more or less come out okay. People can re- adapt fairly quickly, whatever situation they're in, whether positive or negative. Doesn't mean it's easy. Doesn't mean it's
No.
smooth. But yeah, it's amazing how weird versions of life can become normal for folks. And for me, I've just been doing this. Well, Borgen Project's 20 years old, and I did my
Mhm.
went to my first place humanitarian wise before that too. So I had several years, or probably 25 years now of dabbling in some of these places, and you kind of either become a mental wreck or you just and in terms of mental wreck, I
Part
just
of
mean
it.
like
Yeah.
a lot. You're seeing that much, like you kind of either have to. Well, that said, everyone hits a breaking point at some point. So there's a lot of
Of
aid
course.
workers that definitely it just becomes too much. But um, I don't know. This would be a good psychology question too, because I'm like,
Yeah.
I know it
Yeah.
bothers me. I know I'll sometimes think about it, and I've got a 1 year old and a 4 year old, and sometimes I'll just be sitting in the living room, look at them, and they'll kind of remind me of some kid I saw, whatever country, and it just bothers the heck out of me that the inequity of life and everything. So I
Yeah. Yeah.
100% don't want to come across as like, yeah, I'm Mr. Guy that goes to wars and I'm cool with
No,
it.
no, no. I don't think you are, but that's why I wanted to bring attention to this little point of
Yeah,
just how humans have to normalize things that are
right.
not normal at all in order to
Yeah,
survive, in order for your spirit to continue, in order for to
yeah,
get up the next
yeah.
morning.
Functional or try to
Right.
attempt to survive in daily life. And yeah,
Right. And then the dissonance of like, okay, I'm back here and then there's people still there.
yeah,
This isn't normal. None of this is normal. What are
right.
you so I just wanted to bring
Yeah.
attention to that because I'm sure that is hard on
The
you, on
back
any
here part's actually
humanitarian.
kind of harder a lot of times. And I don't quite
Yeah.
understand that either. But sometimes I feel like when I'm back here, I just feel ickier about stuff, or that it bothers me more. That I think when you're there, you're kind of busy and you're going about your. You'll
Sure.
have little moments that kind of yeah, and that, but then something about being back here is always a little harder on me. I'm not sure what that is.
I mean, I'm not going to psychoanalyze you because I'm not
Yeah.
qualified to
Feel
do
free.
that,
If
but
we all
I'm
need help,
sure but
everyone
I'm
needs a little
sure that
something.
that is a defense mechanism more than anything else. It's
Yeah,
just your brain uh your brain trying to comprehend, like, you know, how is
you're
it
not
people are
used.
arguing about nonsense on Twitter when
Yes,
XYZ is happening in another place that's actually life or death, right?
that's a good point. And I'm super guilty of sliding back into the normal
Oh yeah.
dumb stuff I worry about here, or, whatever. But that is a good point. When you first come back, you like some of the conversations you hear or part of. You're like, what's this? The whole
Really
third world,
matter.
first world problem kind of thing. But
Yeah.